let's take a closer look at the simple subject and the simple predicate, or in other words, the subject and the verb. Okay, so let's look at the simple subject, simple predicate in these sentences. Let's start with this first one. The girl saw a terrible thing. Okay, so first, let's divide this into subject and predicate. So, to start off with, we need to figure out what the verb is. What's the verb? The girl saw a terrible thing. What's the verb of this sentence? Saw, right? What did she do? She saw. That's the simple predicate or the verb. And what is the simple subject? Who saw? She saw, right? So this is our simple subject. So now it should be pretty easy to divide our sentence into subject and predicate, right? Does anything describe saw? No, right? It's just she saw. So the predicate would start with saw and go to the end of the sentence, and the subject would end with the simple subject and include anything before it. So we have the girl is our subject, girl being our simple subject, and saw a terrible thing is our predicate with the verb being saw. Okay? Let's look at this one. Same thing. The easiest way to do this is to find that verb first. What's the verb? What's the action in this second sentence? He was in the way. None. There's no action, right? So we need to look further than that. There's no action going on here. It didn't say he moved. But verbs can also be states of being. Okay, so state of being is usually the verb be, like is, was, am, are, anything like that. It can include other things, but especially those things. So states of being, what's the state of being? Was, right? This is our verb or our simple predicate. Who was? He was. So this is our simple subject. So does anything describe was? Not really, no. Not before it, definitely. So our predicate starts with was and goes all the way to the end of the sentence. Was in the way. And then you have just this one word is the subject. Okay? Let's look at the next one. After school, I played video games. Okay? After school, I played video games. What's the subject? Oh, not subject. What's the verb? Played. Okay? So played is our verb or a simple predicate. But who played? I played, right? So this is our simple subject. Even though school is a noun, that's not the subject of this sentence right now, okay? The subject is I, okay? Does anything describe played? Like, I played well or anything like that? No. So we're going to start with played and go to the end of the sentence, and that is the predicate, right? And then the rest of this sentence up at the beginning is the subject. After school, I. That's your subject. The subject, remember, is the simple subject and anything before the simple subject. So after school, I is your subject. And then played video games is your predicate. What you're going to do now is in Google Classroom, there is an assignment called, I think it's called simple subject and simple predicate, or it's called subject and verb. Let me check actually, make sure I'm saying that right. It's called simple subject and simple predicate. So you're going to go to that assignment and you're just going to put the simple subject in parentheses, okay? So if we went back to our examples here, what's our simple subject for this first one? Girl, right? So we put girl in parentheses. And then you're going to put the verb in quotation marks, right? So our verb we said was saw, so we just put that in quotation marks. And you're going to do that for all of the sentences that are there. So he was, okay? I played. Ooh, there goes the end of the sentence. I played. Okay? So you're going to do this for all of those sentences there to practice identifying subject, simple subject, and simple predicate or verb.